during that time, under the master lease. It's about $5,000 a month.
Thank you.
Councilman Schwantz?
Thank you, Chair. Ted, I agree. I mean, I'm on the Board of Public Works, and you and I have been at many meetings over the transit center, and quite frankly, it's been a pretty good partnership, and your firm has been understanding and flexible, and it all came together as a really great project. My question, this is the thing I don't quite understand, is weren't you or your firm aware of the issues down there in terms of parking when you entered into the agreement?
No question we were, and we were aware of a new ramp being constructed. We weren't aware of the fact that displaced parkers would come into our ramp. We weren't aware of that situation, and that never entered our mind.
So you're saying that the Civic Center ramp, for lack of a better term, that's the one we're talking about here, and it filled up faster than you thought it would while the center was being constructed? Is that what's the point here?
No, I think, I'm not exactly sure what you said there. When the ramp, and I'm not sure the name, but the new ramp that was just built?
Correct.
When it was constructed, we knew there was a ramp. I have to say, I heard there was a ramp that was going to be built in 2010. I heard that. I signed the agreement in 2009, but I wasn't really worried about it. Actually, I welcomed it. I thought it was a great idea. The issue became that when that ramp started construction, the ramp on 3rd and J, kitty corner to our building, filled up.
Because all the surface parking was taken away.
Exactly, right. And I thought that was a condition that was created by a quasi-city project. It was a developer that's actually selling it to the city, but it was a city planned project. And it adversely affected my ability, I thought, greatly to lease the space, because every tenant would use that as the primary issue, is to not to have a second discussion.
What, you said you were looking for a dollar amount. What dollar amount were you looking for in forgiveness?
Well, I was looking for an abatement in January, but I'd like to just enter a discussion as to 50% off, something of that nature, where it was an acknowledgement that, and the issue is, I don't need a forbearance agreement. I'll pay it tomorrow. It's not an issue of I need a payment plan. It's just an issue that I think, out of principle, I'd like to have some kind of acknowledgement or discount on the master lease, because there's a lot of other obstacles to lease that space, which I'm not complaining about, but with that added on, it just seemed like it was a very high order. So 50% off of the rent, I would consider as a good faith discount.
Thank you. If we were, I'll preface this with, my understanding is that one of the obstacles to renting is that the spaces are unfinished at this stage, and which is fairly normal practice. But if, and I'm not saying we will, just if we were to work some kind of a deal with you in relation to mitigation or abatement or whatever, would you be willing to use that to at least do preliminary finish so that the spaces, whoever's moving in wouldn't need to do quite as much as in its current raw state?
I'm glad you brought that up. No, we've actually escrowed funds. We've reserved funds for this purpose. The issue isn't building out, it's who we build out for. I'd love to start building out for somebody if they would lease a space, but we have never gotten to a second discussion. The only one that we had was a Chinese restaurant that demanded 100 reserved spaces in that lot for free, which is a pretty unreasonable request. It never went anywhere. That was the only one that we went to the next level. So that's not the issue. We're definitely ready to start building out. the issue is, we've never really gotten to that second phase of, we really wanna be here. Now, we have 3 tenants right now that we met in March, June and July respectively, that said when, we will start talking to you once
Okay,
everything clears up.
we're getting beyond where
Yeah,
we need to be.
so money's not an issue for the build-out.
Right. Is there any more questions regarding the back rack? If not, thank you